1-0 to kick us off.
Oh, yeah, I've just seen it now.
Iwobi.
It's Alex Iwobi!
Fucking Wolves.
What are we thinking, boys? Are we thinking Sheffield United are going to do the great escape after tonight?
No. Newcastle were awful. It was so bad.
I didn't bother watching it, but
if anything, Newcastle are going to snatch relegation from the jaws of survival from the way they're playing at the minute.
I was thinking that they've all of a sudden put themselves in a relegation fight.
Yeah. Doesn't make sense.
They've been shit recently, and that result tonight has just really put the pressure on.
Can we just get it out of the way now and get it out in the open, though? Carl Darlow is the best goalkeeper in the world.
He's so good. He's
really up there,
good.
isn't he? He's been brilliant this season.
He's fucking ridiculous, man. Like, where's he come to think he was a backup for Dubravka?
Yeah. He's 30, you know.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't look it, but he is. He's 30. He's done an Emi Martinez. Yeah, he's done a Martinez. He's come on late in his career, and now he's class. And everyone's like, "Where have you been for the past 12 years of your career?"
Conclusive proof that some people win the genetic lottery. Carl Darlow is older than me. He looks about 22, and we're not even going to get into how old I look. Especially when I've got a massive light on my face.
But surely he's putting himself into contention for an England call-up.
You think so?
I mean, it's unfortunate for him that we've just got some class goalkeepers ahead of him.
It's unfortunate for him that plays for Newcastle because he won't get a sniff.
Well, yeah, there's that as well. Because he wouldn't go anywhere else. Do you know what? It might be a good signing for Everton.
You know, man, I feel like every single podcast you turn around about someone and say, he'd be a good signing for Everton in.
They probably would. There's a lot of players I should be Evans, man. You mean? Get rid of Marcel Brands. I'll go in. I'll sort them out.
Like the fucking worst save on Football Manager history.
Yeah. Hey, do you know who I've seen linked with Liverpool over the past few hours? Kalidou Koulibaly. I'm going to have to hate him, aren't I?
Well, apparently
this time.
Apparently they've slapped $100 million price tag on him, I've heard today.
That's ridiculous. He's not worth that. Not anymore. Maybe 3-4 years ago when he was younger, but not anymore.
I've heard it all today. Declan Rice is worth $100 million.
No, he isn't.
No, I want to discuss that. I want to discuss that because is he a £100 million player? No, but is he worth $100 million? I actually think he is. I think he's
what's he do?
21, 125, 126 appearances in the league already. Definite future England captain. No doubt in my mind. Future England captain. English tax, age tax, and then if he's going to a big club, say United, for example, the United tax, English and United are adding 40 million on straight away. So would I think 100 million is a bad investment? I don't think it is.
I think he's a good midfielder. I like Declan Rice. I like him a lot. But do you remember, I mean, this is how old we are. Do you remember when Noble first came on the scene?
Yeah.
He was saying the same thing about Mark Noble. And to be honest with you, I think he's a slightly better Mark Noble when Mark Noble was his age. And that is not a slant against him or like an insult or anything at all. I actually really rate Mark Noble. I think he's a very, very good, well, proof's in the pudding. He's a very good Premier League midfielder. He's been doing it for years and years and years. I think maybe Declan Rice got a couple more strings to his bow, but I mean, I don't think he's going to be like some world-class, like one of the best midfielders we've ever looked back on. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what you think.
Is it because there's not many players that do what he does? Do you think that's what it is? Because how many players play like he does?
Scott McTominay.
Yeah.
What does he do?
That's what I think.
Exactly.
Really.
Because my argument would be, Ian, what is he? More of like a holding midfield type of player? He's not. He don't create. He's not like a number 10, is he? You know, a creative sort of attacking-minded midfielder.
No.
And you know, do those sort of type of midfielders, you know, like hold up, like you know, like a Carrick kind of sitting there, Fernandinho sitting there. Do those sort of players go for 100 million? Not in my eyes.
Is he more box to box than holding? Because he does get forward.
I think so. I think his holding job is brilliant, but he's definitely one for driving forward. I think the McTominay comparison is there, clear as day. I think those two play very similar to each other. I think Dec is just a little bit ahead of him in terms of his defensive work.
Yeah.
And I think McTominay is ahead of him in terms of creative work. But I think
what would you value McTominay at?
It's hard, isn't it? Because he's a bit older, he's Scottish, and he's already playing for United.
He's Scottish, should take 100 million off.
Exactly.
I think he'd 30, 40 million for me, McTominay.
Right, so we use that argument then, say 30, 40 million, which I think is probably fair. Then add 20 million on that for the Declan Rice for being English, and then 20 million for the top club premium, because every club's going to be after him at some point. There's your 80 million straight off the bat. Do I think
60, 70 million I could get on board with, but not 100.
I would have gone 60 tops. I wouldn't have gone more than that for Declan.
No, I wouldn't be happy if United paid it, but if someone paid it, I can understand why.
Yeah.
But then are we doing a disservice to him because he's English? Like, we're saying he's not worth that because he's English. If his name was like Declando Ricinho, would he be worth that because of the job that he does?
If Harry Maguire wasn't English, he'd have been dropped in the United squad months ago, and we would have paid 20 million for him.
Wow.
I'm leaving the podcast. That's why. I'm not having that.
Yeah.
Never mind that. Should we just talk about how fucking immense Alex Iwobi is?
Our words I never ever thought I would hear you say.
What a fucking finish. Perfection. It's like poetry.
40 million, well worth it, eh? Yeah.
Oh,
You've just had a
world class right back. Best
just had
right
a,
back since Danny Alves.
we just had a graphic come onto Sky Sports on the Burnley United game. It's a Tarkovsky and me. It's like Marley and me, but shitter, isn't it?
Do you know what? Burnley look like they're out to pure disrupt us from going top, you know?
Yeah, of course they are.
They're fighting at the minute.
Written in the stars, isn't it?
Fucking Burnley. I hate them, me.
1-1. Wolves have just equalised.
Oh.
And do you know what, Josh? I hate to say it to you, mate. That defending, the ball went past about 4 Everton defenders and not one of them could get a touch on it. And then Ruben Neves, of all people, nods in.
Oh, back post. No.
Remember when the rumours for him to go to United were around?
Oh,
Well, every time he scored a screamer.
He only ever scores.
As soon as he got one goal, he was linked to us straight away.
Yeah, it's probably the
He's
one
a
against
good
us. He scored that free kick, didn't he, when he first moved to Wolves against Everton? I think it might have even been the opening game of the season.
He scored a screamer against United. Edge of in off the bar.
He doesn't do it enough. He's better than Sigurdsson, but it's still just as inconsistent as Sigurdsson.
Yeah.
Only scores good
Plays
goals.
a deeper role, though, doesn't he? Plays a much deeper role than Gilfie.
Nah, I'm not having that. He's just shit.
Well, while we've got
that,
put a price tag on Declan Rice.
How much is a Stockport County player? Probably the equivalent to that.
Hey, up the fucking hatters.
Up the county.
He's not fucking wrong, though, is he? He's not fucking wrong.
No,
Well,
that was
they were going on about how amazing he was last night, how he had a great game. Playing Stockport County. No disrespect, Danny.
I've got
4 leagues difference.
I've got similar qualm with everyone sucking off
I'm
Dele
same as-
Alli.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, I actually thought he played shit.
Yeah,
I was watching him like, what's he doing? He's not doing anything.
I thought I didn't do anything at all as far as I was concerned.
No. I thought he was poor, and then after the game, everyone's like, "Oh, it's a great game from Dele Alli." First of all, he's playing a team that aren't professionally recognised, and second of all, he didn't do anything. He was rubbish.
It's not even that. It's not even that. He's playing a team called Marine. Change your name.
Oh.
It's shit. Be called. You're in Crosby. Why don't you be called Crosby FC? Fucking Marine. Where's that come from? And apparently on the badge it says like they were established in 1884 or something. What, underwater? Is that why you fucking called Marine?
They are old. Marine AFC, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
should have been 2-1 Wolves then.
I know.
They're called the Iron Men or something like that. That's the nickname. They've got that fella in the sea.
Yeah. That everyone raves on about, but it's shite.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to react because I know we're ahead of these.
Guys, don't you do what you want?
It's not scored, by the way.
No,
That's
nothing's
just clear that up.
Is it a penalty?
No.
No.
No, I'm
Basically.
not interested then.
Basically, Bruno Fernandes comes anywhere near the ball and I just get a bit too fucking excited.
You need to wait till about 90 minutes to get excited for him.
Eric Bailey's just absolutely gone through someone.
Yeah, of course.
Typical.
Honestly,
What's
about 12
prediction
yeah.
for the United game?
You can't put 2-0, I think.
2. I think I went 1-0 tonight.
I've got 2-1. I can see them scoring. I can see them being
3-0, mate.
My Everton prediction's up now, so if it could just blow the final whistle for us, nice one.
Yeah, I'll take that as well. 1-1.
So
I had 2-all, so doesn't do me too bad.
No, you should be beating Wolves. I mean, the Wolves are going to struggle all season now because you've got no striker.
Right. Let's talk about this right
got
now.
strikers against them.
Raul Jimenez, his career is basically over, and all we're still hearing about is Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
Thank you to Finn Kitch for bringing that to us attention. I saw his tweet yesterday and I was like, yes, thank you. Someone has fucking said it. Why? Why are we still hearing about Van Dijk? Why are we still hearing about
I'm a bit disappointed that we didn't do it before him. Because we're the people that usually say what we're thinking. And he said what he was thinking.
He's training again now, Van Dijk. He's fine now. So,
He was an accident. He was an accident. Like, it happens. There's still lambasting Jordan Pickford about it. Like, you had people like fucking a Sean Promise is a Promise and all that coming out.
what an idiot.
He is, man. How is he not in the picture with those? He's definitely mates with those 4 lads who were doing around.
Yes.
The ones who were dressed like.
Do you know what? They're
outside
getting
that bar.
rinsed, they are. It's come. That's not a new meme, but it's come back up, and they're getting rinsed at the minute. Yeah. I saw a good one earlier, and it was of them photoshopped into an airport lounge, saying, "Oh, I hope they don't stop us lads going to Dubai." They're getting absolutely rinsed, all 4 of them.
I love it. I absolutely love it. They deserve it.
Yeah, same.
Like complete knobheads.
It's just but they come out, didn't they? They actually came out. And they were like, we're so fed up of just like being insulted and used as a meme on RS TV. Wear shit clothes, get shit banter. That's how it works. Don't wear shit clothes.
Also, another problem, coming out and whinging about it is opening yourself up for more abuse. You should have just left it and it had gone away.
They should have just joined in on the joke. As soon as they joined in on the joke, it would have deaded it completely.
It's like that one that was photoshopped where that fella has the tiny head.
Yeah.
That's a fucking brilliant one, that is brilliant.
Just do what the rest of us do. Go home, cry in private, and just be sound in public. That's what all of us do. And we eventually venture through it, and we're fine. We come out the other end.
Yeah, though that lad, he goes along with it. Small head fella.
Have you seen that scar down Raul Jimenez's face, head and face?
I've not seen it.
Jesus Christ. It is a bad gash out of his head. I mean, obviously it's an operation scar in it, but
it's a real shame as well because he's not like he's just like a run of the mill. I mean, don't get me wrong, it sounds bad that it'd be a shame if he was just a run of the mill average football player. But he turns out he is a top class striker. I really rate Raul Jimenez, and
I do.
It's really sad to see his career cut short. I mean, how old is he?
28.
He should be in his prime.
It's the same with Ryan Mason.
Yeah.
Ryan Mason was the same.
Another player that was linked with you, I think, wasn't
Raul Jimenez, yeah.
Mhm.
he? Yeah.
Oh, Jimenez, yeah. I think he's one of the best strikers in the world, mate. He's just, his movement and his strength and his pace, like he's a great finisher. He wouldn't surprise me if he ended up somewhere like Madrid if he recovers.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't see it, me.
If he
wouldn't be the
does
same.
fair fucking play.
He wouldn't be the same because you have an injury like that. Like you wouldn't ever, even if you did come back and you were cleared to play, you wouldn't ever want to go for a header or go into any collision ever again.
No, definitely not.
Unless you're just like, you just do not give a fuck about your own health.
Yeah. If Jordan Pickford had that injury, you wouldn't be asked.
No, straight
Make him better.
Yeah.
completely loses his head. Gone in for it. Ball's gone past him. He's not arsed. He's going berserk. Swearing everywhere. Worse Tourette's than Tim Howard.
It's like, if anyone's going to have that injury, though, it is. I mean, when Petr Cech had that injury, it's the perfect position to have it in because he's even made his own bubble wrap hat. And he just got to wear that for the rest of his career. And it protects him because he's never going to go for a header.
Keepers get so much protection as well. Like, as soon as anyone goes near a keeper, it's a foul.
Yeah, but so did Chievo. He wore one. He wore a scrum cap.
Do you mean Christian Chivu?
Christian Chievo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Where did that name come from?
He was a mad bastard, though. Do you remember when? We played them in the Champions League and we beat them 7-1? He had a broken nose at Old Trafford. He had that nose plate on.
Yeah. Do you remember when Puyol had one as well, where he had the mask, Batman mask, and he broke his nose? I think, didn't he?
They were all the rage at one point. Then
that 7-1.
Oh, stop it.
Do you know what? My favourite goal out of that whole game is the Daniele De Rossi one. No one fucking ever speaks about it. He's facing this way and volleys it that way.
Yeah, it's a class goal. It's absolutely class.
It's like the Benteke overhead kick that he scored for Liverpool against us. Martin Tyler's just like, oh, well, that happened. And then Martial scores nothing and fucking loses his mind.
That's why Scousers hate him. The Scousers hate him because Benteke scores a worldie of a goal and then Martial absolutely scuffs it through Skirtle's legs, scores a simple tap and he goes fucking off it.
And whenever it's Man City and Liverpool or any big team that's not United and it goes, and it's live.
Yeah.
Not fucking arsed.
Although he did bring us Aguero, which is just like still one of the best pieces of commentary we've ever seen.
Yeah,
So
you can't.
unfortunate it was negative for us.
Through the tears that I had when I was younger, I get goosebumps watching it now because it's still like such a moment.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. It was a nice moment.
No, it is. As sporting moments, you've got to appreciate it. Like,
I mean, that was some 5 minutes out of the end, wasn't it? It was, you know, from like joy to despair.
Collins, you don't look impressed.
No,
Are you watching football in the distance there, or are you just contemplating how bad it was for you?
I'm watching both games, but you know what I was actually thinking in my head? I was thinking, I still blame Joey Barton. I'd love to just sock that cunt to the face, I really would.
100%.
Yeah.
And Nader Manua, ex-Man City player, falls over in the box as Aguero runs through.
Do you know what, right? Do you know what proves it's a conspiracy? Balotelli only ever had one Premier League assist, and that was it. Tells you all you need to fucking know.
Me and Josh were watching it in Chester SU with our housemates, Dave and Gerard. Little shout out for the boys there. And I don't know whether I made this up or whether I'm remembering something that I want to know or I wanted to have happened. I'm sure Dave threw his pint at the wall when Aguero scored. I'm sure he did. Because he was so pissed off.
Yeah.
He just went, fuck off, bang, hang at the wall.
I think I smashed the Sky remote. Like, I'm pretty certain I threw my Sky remote on. That was the start of my fucking rage years then. That Aguero goal.
I wasn't watching. I was in unit. Obviously, we're all in uni around that time. And I was in the
is
house.
so shit.
I know. I was in the house. Nice of you to catch up, lad. I was in the house.
You watching that on some dodgy device? Some dodgy.
It's my Sky Go, mate. It's very laggy.
No, mate. It's legal stream.
Official
Legal
party
stream.
line.
But yeah, I was doing an assignment, so like because the end of the year and stuff. So I was doing an assignment trying to catch up, and I was on flash scores, and it said 2-1. It ended 3-2, didn't it?
Yeah.
It said 2-1 QPR, and then I left it because you had to like refresh it back then. It was that fucking old, and I refreshed it 5 minutes later, and it was 3-2. And I was literally I must have stared at that screen for about 10 minutes, thinking, "How? I don't understand. I just don't. I couldn't comprehend what was going on." And then I saw Match of the Day that night. Rooney and everyone fucking 1-0 Middlesbrough, thinking it was all over, and then that happened. Bad day that.
Yeah. You couldn't have done anything.
Was it Middlesbrough?
It was all because of QPR.
Sunderland, wasn't it?
I was going to
Was
say
it
it was Sunderland.
Was it Sunderland?
One of the Mackhams.
We saw you crying on Netflix.
What was it in the end? What was it like?
6
6-goal difference or something like that?
That's
8
a
goal
red
difference
card.
or something.
Yeah, something daft like that.
Fuck off.
And you know what? Everyone talks about the 4-4 with your boys, Josh.
Yeah.
About that being the game that cost it. No,
No, it was the one before. Yeah.
we lost 1-0 to Wigan. Sean Maloney scored.
Yeah.
Oh, what a baller he was on his day,
Oh,
Sean.
I remember.
Oh yeah, great player, great
Yeah, he
goal as
was.
well. I remember it really well. But when you're about to seal up a title, you do not go to Wigan and lose 1-0.
No.
And then you don't give up a 4-2 lead either with about 10 minutes to go.
No.
I'm sorry, but
How's
that's
that not
a red card.
That's
That is a red card.
He's last man.
And he's out of the box. It's
I'm
red.
watching,
Danny, wait till you see that.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Yeah.
Stonewall red card.
We'll just give you
Like sacrifice in 5 minutes.
We
It sounds
we
like
need
both
to-
games are decent tonight. Man. This
Yeah,
Everton
Wolves-
game's fucking into end.
Wolves and Everton's decent as well. We need to start saying what's going on because for people listening.
Ben Mee had got the cover there. It's not a red.
Nah, fuck off.
If he gets that through his legs,
Who are you supporting, Danny?
no, they're checking it. They're checking it.
It's
VAR.
red all damn day. I'm not
It's
even
a red
watching
card.
it. I'm
That's
hoping that it's a
definitely
red.
Ben Mee's
Telling you
jogging
now, it's a
back.
red.
And actually, talking of reds, Lee, you were watching the Newcastle game, weren't you?
Oh yeah, what a
How the fuck did Billy
donut
Sharp
he
get
is.
away with that?
Oh, that was horrible. That
Oh.
one on his ankle.
Yeah.
Oh, that was naughty. That. It's because it's Billy Sharp, isn't it? He's like a Sheffield.
Oh, I don't know, actually. Yeah, that could be a red.
Regional.
He's proper took him out there.
Yeah,
We used listening to the commentary in the Sheffield United game.
Yeah.
So before they brought
Yeah.
Billy Sharp on, like, they were thinking about bringing him on. And the assistant commentator, I don't know who it was, but the assistant commentator was like, oh, you guaranteed one thing with Billy Sharp, he's going to get you goals. Is he? He scores
in League One.
one goal a year, maybe. Fucking hell.
I saw actually where it was.
Touch. Go on.
He's the highest scoring English player this century,
Oh.
ahead of Ricky Lambert and Wayne Rooney.
Wait. Say that again. You asking us who or?
No,
He
he
is.
is. I was saying most English league goals this century. Billy Sharp on 232, Ricky Lambert on 219, and Wayne Rooney on 214.
It shouldn't really count the training match goals, though, should we?
Yeah, Pele's automatically claimed them ones of Ricky Lambert.
yeah, Pele's got 600 odd for his English team as well.
Oh, here we go. He's going to the monitor, which usually means a red.
Are these checking for Luke Shaw's challenge?
Yeah,
well,
to check
as well?
it. You've
I
gone
think
back
they
to
are.
Luke
Is
Shaw.
that a red card as well? Or-
Luke Shaw's can't be a red card because he's won the ball.
Yeah, he got the ball. I'm
They
sure he
changed
got the
it.
ball.
Why
Yeah.
do you keep going
You can't-
back on that?
You can't not follow through from that tackle.
You see him get the ball. You see him clip the ball.
Hey, Josh,
there.
what are you drinking, mate?
Whiskey.
Good lad.
Oh, lad.
Celebratory
Celebrating,
whiskey,
mate. I'm celebrating.
Good son.
Yes, man.
Good lad, top lad.
You know what? I might have to go get one of my own.
Go on,
Nice little
mate.
night
Treat
out.
yourself. Treat yourself.
This is
I tell
mad,
you
this.
now, if they send Luke Shaw off for that,
That Luke Shaw one's not a pretty one, is it?
No.
You know.
It's not, but he gets the ball.
Yeah.
he's going for the
It's the
ball.
follow
He
through.
can.
When he's out the follow through.
And what's he meant to do there?
I've got my commentary on very quiet there, but Gary Neville has just gone. Luke Shaw could be in trouble because he missed the ball. You see him
miss the
fucking
ball.
kick the ball.
Missed the ball.
This is the same situation as when we got the penalty the other week and Pogba's leg was clipped and everyone was saying he kicked his own leg. I'm like, I'm sorry, did you not see the defender's ankle hit his ankle? How did no one see that?
What is Gary Neville not seeing here? Luke Shaw literally kicks the ball onto.
Yeah.
Can I just say, right, and we're going to use this as a segue into VAR, right? What fucking else do you want to check with VAR here? They're checking like 4 different things. Well, how about we go back half an hour and do a VAR on the coin toss to see who should have got the kickoff? Because maybe we fucking got that wrong. Fucking hell.
What's going on here?
Colin,
Hang on.
See, this is where you need like the mics and the refs
Yeah.
and the guys at Stockley Park to say, look, this is what we're going to check now, because all we're seeing is just this, that, and the other. And what exactly are they looking at here?
no,
Is it the first part of the play? Is it the last part of the play?
Now checking for offside on Cavani as well.
After all of that, you give a free kick against Luke Shaw and a yellow card.
Yeah, and they've given him a second yellow.
What? Second yellow. Is he up?
No. So
What's going on here now?
the
Right,
yellow.
so you've got
What happened there?
this is mad. This
They tried to
happened?
take
This
free
is
kick
mad.
quickly.
We're seeing it
happened
before
was-
our eyes. Live. It's live.
you've got Lee and Chris about a minute in front of me. I'm a minute in front of Danny.
And I'm not watching. Hey!
I'm still on the minute.
I'm relying on you boys.
Do you know,
Danny's
right?
still
Do
on
you know
the
what I'm
minute
going to fucking
silence.
say? Do you know what I'm going to fucking say? I'm going to stick up for me and Lee. Dale, Danny, fucking pay for your football. Fuck's sake.
I'm on
I
the side,
do.
oh, here.
I do, but I've got to watch this upstairs so I can speak to you cunts.
Do you boys want an update on the Wolves-Everton game?
Go for it.
No,
Yeah,
no.
go
Nothing's happening, but Alex Iwobi's having a stormer. My guy.
I don't understand how the ref has not seen that Luke Shaw has touched that ball first.
He did. He has, but he's given the free kick for the follow through. I think,
Ridiculous.
which is
But
mad
then-
because should have
but
been a
then-
red card.
Tackling's gone if that's the case. You can't retrospectively go back and yellow card someone. That's the whole point of VAR. You can go back and send someone off, but you're not supposed to be able to yellow card them.
Yeah. So what the fuck's going on? Like Cavani's tackle on Cavani, that's a red card, but he's escaped it because of the Shaw incident. But how far back do you go?
Well, it's when the ball's in play, isn't it? So they can go back as long as the ball never leaves play.
Well, this is
What,
the
if it
argument
could
with
play for
Pickford.
90 minutes? Like, I know that sounds ridiculous, but
No,
It's
you're
not
right. No, play could watch the City game the other day where they literally kept the ball in play for about 3 or 4 minutes while they were just knocking it about against Chelsea.
yeah.
Like you could have easily gone back 3 or 4 minutes of play to spot something.
Well, this is the thing with Pickford, though, wasn't it, in the Merseyside derby? Like, really looking back
Great
on it,
card.
as much as we enjoyed the result on the day, there's no way that he should have got away with that not being a red card. It doesn't matter if it was offside.
No.
He's absolutely two-footed, Van Dijk.
Great challenge.
Didn't get enough on him.
Spot on.
Have some of that. Have that. Unlucky.
Disclaimer, I'm joking in case any Liverpool fans are listening and start a coup against us.
I know.
Well, you know, like for them to wait until like 3 or 4 months after Van Dijk's funeral as well to say that they got it wrong, I just thought that was poor taste. Because, you know, it was a terrible tackle. It killed him. He's another one, though. Like, you know, we talk about Jimenez and stuff. Are we going to see Van Dijk come back the same? And really, I wanted to segue into this as well. And I said I wanted to segue into VAR, but I really don't. Are Liverpool struggling the season because of what's happened with Van Dijk? Because they seem to be centering a lot of it around that and I can understand that because Van Dijk is a good defender. We can say and argue each which way, but he's a top defender. But is he as good as he gets made out to be? Because some of the games that Liverpool have played in this calendar year, he's been atrocious. Really bad. Atletico Madrid, City.
Oh, here we go. I've
They're
just
not
got the
losing games because of Van
notification.
Dijk. Oh, has there been a goal? Cheeky.
Has it been a goal, Dale?
Yeah, I think there has because I heard my dad.
Even my
downstairs.
notifications are behind.
It's just popped up 1-0.
I heard my dad downstairs. He
Just
ruined it for me.
give it 10 minutes and I'll see it.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Fuck off.
It's offside.
Fuck off, it's not.
After all that, and we've just been talking.
No, sorry, it's not offside.
It's still not happened yet.
I know, yeah.
That's a great edit.
Danny, we'll update you. You'll see it in 5.
I might as well have fucking teletext on.
What's going on there?
Alex.
He's
Right,
given a free
off,
kick
Alex.
for pushing the back.
Oh, fuck
That's a
off.
cracking header, though.
So we've not actually scored.
No.
No.
That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. What's he meant to do? He jumps up and heads the ball. He's not meant to ghost through a player, is he?
Fucking hell, man. VAR decision. We hate Man United. Continue.
Hey,
Colin,
I tell you what. Let's hear all the rival fans on social media.
Oh, you cannot give a foul for that. He's not even pushed him. His hands are down.
He jumps up and heads it, and he just happens to go through. If a goalkeeper does that, it's a good punch.
If a defender does that, it's a great clearance.
Danny, I'm happy to have the conversation with you, but we're playing Liverpool now, mate. Are you still on Burnley?
Wait, I'm watching the Watford game.
Yeah, so we'll try and get back to some sort of thing. It's going to turn into a fucking live watch along this, isn't it? All day. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're not fucking Mark Goldbridge. Let's not do that shit.
So no, well, I've not called anyone Pratt yet and been weird, so it's definitely not Goldbridge. Van
We've not
Dijk.
accidentally supported Nottingham Forest yet.
Van Dijk, just to go back onto that and not get onto other YouTubers and stuff. Like, what's your opinions on it? Do you think that's the reason why they've been supported this season, or do you think it's like Dale? I think Dale made a really good point last podcast watching.
It's
back.
the pressure, isn't it?
Complacency. Yeah, I think it's the pressure.
You know, to do what they did last season. Obviously, they had something to, first title in 30 years. There was something to go at. A realistic chance to go at it. And then, they've done that now. They've got that burden off their shoulders. They've won it now, and it's notoriously hard to win back to back. And I think that's just mainly it. It's just so difficult to do it once, but to do it twice back to back, it's a tough thing to do. I mean, the injury to the best centre back, doesn't help the cause, but you can't just single it all out and put it onto that.
No.
I think the added pressure of, it's the mentality as well, the season that it was last year with, COVID and, the season dragging on a bit longer, you don't know how much of a mental effect that has had as well as physical, then to sort of repeat the process, basically 2 or 3 weeks after you've just finished one season to go at it again the next season in a couple of weeks.
Right. Sorry, Dale.
That's right, isn't it?
If United are scoring, Dale doesn't care.
I said it before the season started. You can check the podcast that this year Liverpool won't be as effective because they've not got that edge of the first title behind them anymore. But for all the people that sit there and say, "Oh, Van Dijk was the signing that galvanised Liverpool and got them to where they are now," it's worked in reverse, I think. But not having him there, it's kind of made him feel a bit uneasy, I reckon, and less confident in the back four or whatever. And it's definitely affected him. I think that what you can see is while the replacements that go in have been okay, and especially Fabinho, he looks like he could fucking play anywhere in. It just seems like they're definitely lacking that leader at the back. Even putting Henderson's there is not really working for him. I mean, we say all this though, but they are top of the league. Well, not anymore, but unless we concede, but they are top of the league. Like, or does that just show how poor the league's been this year, or how unpredictable the league's been this year?
Well, it was always twofold, wasn't it? Like last season, listen, and I don't care how much I get slighted for this opinion, or how biased people think I am, or the rest of it. The fact that the league is so poor, and the only challenges were City, and City were missing their best centre back really last season, the whole of last season, pretty much played a huge part in it. Sorry, Liverpool. Credit to them though, they had to go on and win the league. They had to win their games. And they did their part, which is fair enough. They just seem to be completely different this season now. Like, I'm quite shocked at the fall off. Like defensive, I don't even just think the issues are defensive. Like they just look a bit limp going forward, don't they? Like Firmino's Firmino, so you're never going to get any goals from him. But Mane and Salah just don't. And it's crazy to say that, isn't it? Because Salah's top of the goal scoring charts, isn't he? But I'm watching games this season, and Mane and Salah they don't seem to be scoring chances that they would normally score. They are prolific.
Sadio Mane 6 goals.
Yeah.
That isn't the Sadio Mane that we've known for the last couple of years. That's really the issues definitely lie deeper than just Van Dijk for Liverpool. But like you said, Lee, they are top of the table. Is it a shit season this season? Yeah.
Well, they've dropped the same amount of points already this year than they did the entire last year. So
yeah, and I think we all said this. It was always going to happen. There was no way they were going to break as many points as they did last year or the year before. To do that for 2 years is incredible. Injuries were always going to creep up. COVID has caught up big time. I think this season is going to be one of the ones that literally goes down to the wire due to the amount of games that are already getting postponed. The April and May are going to be fucking ridiculous for fixtures.
Can you imagine?
Like, especially if Liverpool go far in the Champions League, which realistically they probably will.
Yeah.
FA Cup remains to be seen because they've got us. But let's talk hypothetically. They beat us and go on a cup run. Suddenly there, April and May, you're looking at games every 3 days, which we're already doing anyway, and that's seeing the start of the demise because players are dropping like flies. COVID's spreading like wildfire. You could be looking at the title literally going down to the last day because there's still 4 or 5 teams still in this title race.
Yeah. Would you all sacrifice? And I'll ask Josh this actually because it'd be interesting to get an outsider's point of view as an Everton fan. Would you have Sociedad knock us out of the Europa and have Liverpool knock us out of the FA Cup next week? If it meant that we had less games to play and it gave us a much, much better chance at pushing for the league.
Yeah. 100%.
If you're talking hypotheticals, if you're saying that the definitive is that we get knocked out of both competitions, that then the definitive is that we win the Premier League, then yes.
Yeah.
But not that it gives us a better chance because anything could happen in that scenario. So I'd rather be in it to win it.
Listen, I agree. I want to be in it to win it, but there's a lot of games, isn't there?
We don't need to drag up our old argument from the back end of last season about my thoughts of the Europa League. It is not a competition that Manchester United need to be in. I think I'm going on a limb and saying this, but I'm going to say it right now. We're guaranteed top 4 this season.
Yeah.
Because there are definitely 16 worse teams than us.
Yeah.
I mean, if this game stays the same or we better what we're doing right now, we go top of the table. There's no way we're top in the middle of January and don't finish in the top 4. I'm not having it.
And January, that's effectively like March in the grand scheme of time.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. We're already out of the Carabao, which, not asked.
Yeah.
FA Cup, I would like a bit of silverware, but honestly, cup competitions I really couldn't give a fuck about. My priority is the league. I think 7-8 years is too long now. We don't want to slip into what Liverpool did and Arsenal, which they're doing now. No title since 2005 for Arsenal. It's a long time. But they've had a few cup competitions and everything's rosy. Like Arteta's fine because he's won a few pieces of silverware. That's not good enough for Man United. So, yeah, if we're quieter come April, May, and we have a better chance at winning the league if it means dropping out the Europa and FA Cup. I'm all for it, mate. Or even, do you know what? Just play the fucking kids.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Do you not think that the Europa League is a chance for us to just like smash a random Wi-Fi passcode every couple of weeks?
Do you know what the problem is with the Europa League now, though? It's at that stage where it isn't that Wi-Fi password teams anymore.
No.
Well, true.
Like, you've had all the teams dropping out the Champions and good teams dropping out the Champions League this year, us included. I mean, we said it today, even Real Madrid almost got knocked out into it. Like, there's been some really, really good teams dropping into it. Teams in that competition need to win it. I got into a really, really good debate the other day with two of my mates, who's Southampton Brentford fans, about the Europa C League that's coming in next year.
Oh, can't be awesome.
And how I was saying it's a complete, utter waste of fucking time. But when they were talking about it, it kind of made sense because they need that to progress them into Europa League to then have a chance to get into Champions League. And they would take winning them smaller Europa tournaments over an average 10th place finish in the Premier League table, which I get completely now.
But how far do you want to go? How far do you want to go? Because
that was my argument. And that was my argument. Like, why are we trying to get everyone involved? My opinion is cup competitions, if you're good enough, you'll be in it. If you're not, you're not.
It reminds me of was it the Intertoto Cup or some shit like that back in the day?
That's what Newcastle won.
We are showing our age now, aren't we? Fucking hell.
Newcastle won that one.
Intertoto Cup.
But then for clubs like United, that third Europa League is fucking bollocks because we'll never need to be in it. But for a club like Southampton, they'd happily have a 14th place finish if it meant they had a sick Europa League run, which I
just love that Lee had to get Arsenal in there. He just came right up to the microphone. He was like, "And Arsenal."
I know what I'm doing.
Not to be disrespectful to the lower league clubs.
Going for a title charge now.
Yeah. Not to be disrespectful to the lower league clubs, though, but you could literally go on that argument for ages. Like, Southampton and Brentford fans are probably turning around and going, Papa John's trophy, absolutely fucking shit. But you've probably got Leyton Orient fans going, love the Papa John's trophy. You've probably got their teams fucking buzzing because they're going to win a bunch of fucking garlic knots if they get to the fucking final. Like, you just go
It's all relative. It's all relative completely, and I get it. But yeah, we were arguing about it for ages, and I think you have to be able to see both points of view. But yeah, no, get us out, win the title.
The thing is, though, like you look at teams like, I don't know, who finished like in that position where they would qualify for that. Palace, like Burnley, Southampton, teams like that. Do they really want to add the travel and the stretching of a relatively small squad anyway, and club finances on a cup competition, playing teams in the dawn of time?
But
like,
go on, mate.
That was that was my side of the argument completely. You'd have to expand the squad so much. You have to spend so much money to bring more players in, or rely on youth players to then do what we're going to do: go back to Thursday, Sunday, which is just fucking grim. Away trips to Kazakhstan. I mean, you don't want to do that normally. Never mind every week.
Istanbul.
And the thing is,
fuck off, Josh.
Won't even get that much money for it.
No,
because it's going to be streamed live on YouTube in it. Because no right company in their right mind is going to pay for the rights for that. So I just don't get where.
I do. I think Amazon would have it.
Channel 5.
Yeah, well, that says all you need to know. Like, they buy fucking West Brom against Palace, then. The clubs at like 500 people. The games at like 500 people want to watch.
It's a good job we've not got any West Brom or Palace fans that listen to this.
I don't want them anyway.
We probably have.
Get down into the Championship, said Luke.
Yeah.
We've already had our say on fucking Declan Rice. We've had that shout out to is it Adam, who's one of our followers, who's followed us ever since the beginning, pretty much. Really, he's a West Ham fan, isn't he? He's probably raging with us about a Declan Rice talk. He's probably like, "Fucking is worth 100 million, you cunts."
I've 100% become his favourite member. by saying he's 100 million's worth it.
He ain't following us now. No chance.
No.
He followed us. He stopped following us when I compared Declan Rice to Mark Noble.
Mark Noble, legend. Mr. West Ham, isn't he?
I know.
Class. No pace. Just does all of the easy stuff. You always need a player in your team like that.
Mark Noble, what a player he was. Listen, Mark Noble's not the worst player that's been fucking mentioned in this. Who did you mention before? Fucking Maloney. He's like a B-Tech. He's like a B-Tech Aidan McGeady.
I knew that you would bring up Aidan McGeady there.
Hey, Aidan McGeady was already B-Tech as he was. It's like...
Aidan McGeady
one skill.
Yeah, didn't he get like halfway through his career and just thought, fuck it, I'm going to piss off to Torpedo Moscow or something?
Yeah. Spartak. We signed him back from Russia. Came to Everton after he was in Spartak.
Fuck you now.
Fluent in Russian beers and vodka.
Fucking love it. Half time in Everton and Wolves as well. Yeah, I've been watching bits of it, Josh. Are you happy, mate?
I think we're playing all right. Better than we did against West Ham. Certainly an improvement. Iwobi's actually having a good game. I know I rinse him, but he is looking very good on that right side. And I can tell that Luca Dean's back as well. He's causing some havoc getting down the left side, as he usually does.
Love it. Might be my favourite thing on the internet.
I'm going to go make a whiskey anyway, boys, on that note. Ready for the second half. Oh, that's off.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to treat myself to a small glass
Good
of
shout.
all.
Fucking hell, what's this? Just a fucking interlude?
This is the half-time break.
I'm not cutting this out. You can, me and Lee and Dale are going to have to... Oh, Dale's gone now as well. Me and you, Lee, will fucking carry it. What do you feeling a bit sort of and ah about the FA Cup before this weekend? And you know what? This weekend's made me fall in love with it all over again.
Yeah. There's been some giant killings this weekend in the FA Cup and some almost giant killings as well. I was absolutely voted for Stockport. I really was rooting for you, Danny, especially. And they really did put up a good account of themselves.
Yeah.
They've got nothing to be embarrassed about by getting beat 1-0. They did just as well as Everton did in the league.
I think that the best way to describe it is everyone who I've spoke to this morning has just felt just disappointed more than anything.
Yeah.
Because that game was there for the taking.
Yeah.
Set pieces were wank.
Oh, they were poor, weren't they?
I don't think a single county player got the foot underneath the ball for a corner. And all it took was that because Jared Bowen showed it. It took one good cross.
Yeah.
To finish the game off. And don't get me wrong, the cross and the header were fantastic, but the defending was awful. Like you said it, Chris, perfectly. No matter what level you're at, that's poor. If you don't track a late runner, you're going to get punished.
You just let him fly with the box.
Yeah. But I think, like you said, I think Southampton made a really good account for themselves. I think on a different pitch, the ball held up a lot. There was a point where, I can't remember if it was Connor Jennings or someone else, nipped the ball off Ogbonna and then started running through, and then the ball got trapped in the water. And you just think, on another day, that ball goes through. Your keeper's one-on-one. We saw it with Louis Barry against Liverpool. One-on-one with a keeper, you never know what's going to happen. They could have gone 1-0 up and then just sat and defended for 10 minutes. And we could be talking about Stockport versus Doncaster. But I think with Stockport especially, there's all this talk of this 7-year plan to get back into the Championship. And I think it's a bit optimistic. But the steps are definitely being fucking made already. If they can play like that a lot more,
I mean,
looking at sleeping giant being awoken again.
I mean, getting Trump out of power in America before any more trouble happens is optimistic, mate. Stockport County being in the Championship within 7 years is a fucking nigh-on miracle. It's just so difficult because you're talking about it's not just the football leagues; it's getting out of the non-league into the football league. Like that's a major hurdle on its own because people don't realise the golfing class between the football leagues and then National League and below.
How many times have we seen clubs like fall into the football league and never make it out?
How far away are they?
So at the moment they are sat in
fourth, aren't they?
At fourth.
Yeah.
No, my table's not available on my app for some reason. They're sat fourth, but I'm sure we've got like 2 or 3 games in hand.
Yeah.
They're just below League 2, aren't they?
Yeah. If they get promoted this season, they go into League 2.
Right.
Yeah.
3 games in hand? Fucking hell, what's this, the Scottish Premiership?
It's about the same fucking standard.
I reckon Stockport give Celtic a go, mate.
Yeah, I think as well, I mean...
COVID.
Yeah, I mean, the county have obviously gone full-time as well now, haven't they? The players gone full-time, which will be a massive help for them, for the season. Because there'll be a lot of teams there that a lot of players will be playing on a part-time basis, whereas county players can focus solely on the football.
My mate Ozzy played for him, and that must have been a recent change because he wasn't professional when he played.
He started this last season when bought them. As soon as he purchased them, he turned them to a full-time club.
Well, he went to Morecambe, and it was probably a bad move in the end. I mean, you can't blame him because he can now say in his life he was a professional footballer because he was on a pro contract at Morecambe. But in hindsight, if he'd have stayed at Stockport, I think he may have done all right because he's gone to AFC Telford, and there
happens to so many players though. Like Danny Lloyd that left Stockport and went to Peterborough, then is now at Salford City. Ended up back at loan at Stockport the back end of last season. Stockport's a weird club because they've got such a history. Like we forget how close they were to the Premier League at one point.
8th in the old Division 1 in 2000?
Yeah.
Might be.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Won the playoffs, didn't they?
I think
what happened to them then?
Outside of the playoffs.
Do you know what happened to them? Sale fucking Sharks.
Mm-hmm. Did they take their stadium?
It caused massive financial problems, yeah. Because they were ground sharing.
Why would that affect the football club?
I don't know. I know there was a lot of financial issues, and I think there was a lot of just not keeping up with modern football and how... I mean, Edgeley Park hadn't changed for fucking years until the new owner came in.
Oh, I was going to say, because I went to Edgeley Park a few times to watch Sale, and then realised it was shared with County, and it was a bit of a fucking shed at some point.
Oh, yeah.
But now Sale play over near the Trafford Centre, at that big new shiny stadium, UK Fast Stadium.
Yeah.
And why Stockport just decided we'll just stay here and make it our own?
Yeah.
I think the council ended up just buying it off them completely, I believe.
It's always been County Stadium, though. I've never classed that as Sale Shark Stadium. I really haven't. I've always thought...
No, they just shared it.
No, it's always been County's. It's just been shared, hasn't it?
Which Sale needed a new stadium because...
Is it next to the train station?
Yeah,
Stockport,
yeah.
Stockport County Stadium's right next to the train line, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's about a 5-minute walk.
Whenever you're flying into Manchester, it's like the last decent landmark you see as you're flying in, because it's pretty close to the airport as well.
I mean, let's call a spade, mate. It's a landmark. I wouldn't say decent.
Patch of grass.
Hampden Park.
Well, then, yeah, it's fantastic. It's fucking state of the art, mate.
Hey, it was good, that.
What, Hampden Park?
I bet it's good now, riddled with COVID.
Or Hampden Park, when we went to watch the rugby.
We went past it, didn't we?
No, Celtic Park.
There was a final there.
Of course it was. I get
went past Hampden Park.
I was going to say Celtic Park.
No, we went past Hampden Park.
That's what I thought. But
well, this was pre-COVID times, wasn't it? And they decided to have the Scottish Cup final and the rugby on in the same day in Glasgow. What a time.
On the same city.
What a time.
Oh, bad that was. Remember all the pubs with the shutters down, not letting people in because they were only allowing the Celtic ultras in. We're walking down the street like 4 lads that have been to
Ultras.
Oh god, yeah, it was fucking mad. There was like we walked past one on the way. So on the way there, the cup final had been played and they'd won it. Walking back, one of the pubs had been cordoned off by the police.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'm really glad Celtic won that. I'm really glad Celtic won that final because if they didn't, that wouldn't have been a good day to be in Glasgow. That.
It was a great day though. That.
Going back to the FA Cup, boys. I'm going to bring up a great result, which I think we're all very joyous to see. And I watched it, and it was very well deserved. And that was Everton going to extra time to beat. No, I'm joking. Crawley Town beating the mighty Leeds United.
I don't want to talk about it. Move on.
Yeah, Crawley Town boys. Unbelievable.
You watch it?
Yeah, I did.
I watched.
Yeah, I watched that. I mean, I'll be honest. First half
was dreadful.
It was.
It
wasn't a great spectacle. Let's put it that way. And then I don't know. They just got that. They got that first. I mean, I don't know what the keeper was on that game. You know, Leeds keeper. He had a mare, especially the first 2 goals. But it's just what the FA Cup does, isn't it? I mean, one sniff of a chance, Crawley had put the ball in the back of the net, and that's it. Leeds were on the back foot.
Yeah,
lads.
It was set up that game. I'm sorry. I think Crawley have paid Leeds off. They said, give us a big enough lead so we can bring Mark Wright on. Just for the that was what it was. Give us a comfortable lead so we can bring Wrighty on, not his brother, but just so that we can give that ITV2 show or whatever it is that he's filming something to film. That's what it was. ITV2 paid him off. There you go. Bielsa.
Marcelo Bielsa is a Towie fan. Pass it on. Pass it on.
Something going on in Everton Wolves at the moment. I think Neto's on the floor having a massive go at Godfrey. I don't know what for.
I think the biggest point I want to bring out from that Crawley game, that I don't want to discredit Crawley here, but Chris, you put out a fucking excellent tweet about Leeds being immune to criticism.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't me.
Wasn't that you? It was you, yeah. Well, either way, mate. Fucking brilliant. Like, it's disgusting. Like, why have they lost 3-0 and they've gone, oh, there's still a breath of fresh air, though. He's still a great coach.
Yeah.
No, the wank. They've gone out to Crawley. They're fucking 14th in the league.
He's fucking unacceptable.
He went out to Crawley.
Oh, can you imagine if we went out to Crawley? The outrage.
Leathered in the press.
It's just not, it's not good enough. It's like Chelsea, for instance. Chelsea were playing, who were Chelsea playing the other day? Morecambe, was it?
Yeah.
Someone like
that. I'm pretty sure it was Morecambe. Could you imagine Chelsea getting pasted 3-0 by Morecambe? Fucking, they would get lambasted. The only person defending fucking Lampard would be Adrian Durham. Everyone else would be fucking slating him to shit. Why do Leeds get away? And why do Leeds get away with it? They just get a free pass of everyone. Also, Danny, just for future reference, if a tweet on our account is well articulated, it's probably Lee. If it's someone swearing calling Leeds breath of fresh air, it's probably me. Lee knows how to tweet. I don't.
Lee also knows how to ratio someone using the company account.
Lee.
They tried to ratio me. They got 0 likes. That was funny.
Did you not treat them too well?
Yeah, I really on that.
I wanted to like his tweet. I wanted him to ratio you.
Well, I was worried that if I was to call him out for the fact he hadn't ratioed me, that he'd go and get his mates to like his tweet for him. But he didn't. He's not even replied, actually.
For anyone over the age of 17 or not involved in football Twitter, this is literally what it's about.
Oh, God.
Honestly. Do you know what the new one is? The new one is, like this 10 times and I'll make Cavani fatter. And then they'll go and put a They'll go and put a fat filter on a player. They'll just pick a random footballer and they'll just put a fat filter on him, and to the point where they can't make him any fatter, and then they'll start a new player. And you're looking at it and you're just thinking, I don't want to be on this app anymore.
Twitter is one of them apps where some days I question, how is it still free? And then other days I'm like, I need to delete this shit.
This makes up for it, yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't get off of it. Like, follow back G.
Oh.
FBG. And people that like message us saying, oh, can you retweet this? No. We'll retweet what we like. If it deserves a retweet, we'll retweet it.
In the bin. David Mays retweeted this the other day, and it's this rant's going on a rant, funnily enough, about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, how he just hates him. But like being like proper fucking over the top with it, like, I just hate him. I hate him. Like, he's a dickhead. I hate him. Like, must have said bruv about 30 times in about 30 seconds. I fucking hate Ollie, bruv. I hate Ollie, bruv. He's a mug, bruv. Ruining the club, bruv. I just don't like him, bruv. Bruv. And I just thought, what a fucking dickhead. But these are the kind of fucking people that these kids on Twitter are following. These are the kind of people that get onto Sky Sports and everyone thinks that's what United fans are like. It's ridiculous. He doesn't reflect our club. He is not a United fan. You're a bellend. And your point of view does not matter. Ollie's doing a good job. Have we had setbacks since he's been in the job? Yeah, we have. Have us five argued about, is Ollie doing a good job at United? Does he need to go? Does he need to stay? Yeah, we have. Because when you have a bad result, sometimes you get emotional. And you get entrenched in the whole sort of media story about it and what's going to go on and what we're going to do going forward and all the rest of it. And you get wrapped up in it all. But that is just a twat. So fuck off. You're my dick of the week.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah.
Oh, Martial's just took it off fucking Cavani's foot.
And now I'm changing my dick of the week to Martial for taking it off Cavani's foot.
Pogba's just fucking fell over his own feet in the box.
I've got a couple of nominations.
Here we go.
Repeat offenders for me again.
If you say COVID,
yes.
No. COVID is
not. I know what mine is. I said them last week. They're fucking having it again.
Is it a full squad?
It's a full fucking squad, yeah.
I think I know who it is.
Love it.
I'm not getting away with it.
Yeah, get this one out. Go on, then.
Go on, Del.
Hey, the fucking Celtic squad again. I raised it, yes. Was it last week?
Yeah.
About the trip to Dubai. Funnily enough, one player's come back and he tested positive. The whole team's now had to self-isolate what it was. 13 players missing, 14 players missing. You know, Nicola Sturgeon's probably going absolutely nuts at home. So and then they go and draw. Was it 1-1? Was it yesterday? Whenever it was against whoever. Just a absolute nightmare. You've had an absolute nightmare. So yeah, I'll put them forward once again.
Phenomenal. I just love it if we could see Nicola Sturgeon just come out and just like lose a rag and just be like, are you lads just taking the fucking piss?
This is the third time Celtic have done it now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, I've got a few silly nominations. First off, Christopher Collins for the state of the 4 and 1T on his whiteboard. Why is the 1 and T a lot bigger than the 4 in the end?
When you went to get a drink, I was asking him how long it took to do that, and he said, "Oh, 3D letters, me."
Oh man, yeah, I'm class at 3-day lads. Do you know why I've done that? Because I realised that I coloured the first 2 in red, and I thought this is going to be very red heavy here, and I bet Josh is going to feel left out because I don't really have a great blue pen. I thought I'd make the 1T a bit bigger for him.
Oh, that's very kind of you, mate. I mean, I was looking at it thinking that 1 should be blue, but
I mean, if you can see, like, you know, that's me red marker, and it's a bit shit. So.
I've just been looking at it for the last hour. Like, that is doing my head in. I have to bring it up at some point. My second funny nomination is Oliver Baumann, Hoffenheim, for conceding 4 goals against Schalke, who haven't won a game in 358 days.
Yeah, fair play.
But you know what? Buzzing for Schalke. Young 19-year-old American kid, Matthew Hopper, with a hat-trick.
Yeah.
Don't see that often, so fair play. But my dickhead of the week is the Premier League fixture organisers for organising Spurs versus Fulham with about 40 hours' notice.
Yeah.
It's fucking awful. And do you know what? I'm also throwing Mourinho in here a bit as well because of what he's come out today and said, where Parker's come out and complained saying it's too late. We've been preparing for this game, and on Monday morning we've been told, no, sorry, you're playing this team. And Mourinho has come out and gone, well, we were told 2 hours before the game that we weren't playing. There's a fucking difference, Jose. Yeah, Parker's now got to redo his whole tactics. You guys got to go home.
Yeah.
But the Premier League organisation is awful at the moment. Like, the fixture list is atrocious. So
I'm just buzzing that
they're my dickheads of the week, is the Premier League organisers.
Good nomination. Doesn't beat Celtic.
It doesn't beat Celtic, but
no.
I got a few laughs when talking about the 4-1-MT logo, so I'll take that.
I've got one.
I'm going to... Go on, you say yours, Lee. Please don't
so
say
mine... Mine is the fucking Liverpool fan that decided to wear a Liverpool scarf and hold a cardboard cutout of Jurgen Klopp up at the Marine versus Tottenham Hotspur game. Now, everything is not about you, right? I know the game's in Liverpool, but this is Marine and their big FA Cup moment. The largest gap between two teams in the FA Cup that there's ever been. It's not about Liverpool. Why does anyone want to see a cardboard cutout of Jurgen Klopp? So you, my friend, are a dickhead.
And you know what? Dickhead as well. The cameraman that fucking highlighted it.
Yeah.
Should have just fucking ignored. Imagine he'd gone all that way, took that cardboard cutout and realised he didn't even get on TV. What a knob he would have felt like.
Hey, were you listening to the commentary?
Yeah, sort of wish that he didn't get on.
Yeah.
Were you listening to the commentary when that happened? Did you hear Dion Dublin?
No, what did he say?
Yes.
I was listening, but I can't remember.
The Homes Under the Hammer reference.
Fuck me, man. Like I like Dion Dublin like a lot. A former United player as well. And I feel sorry for him for United because the leg break ruined it for him. But he doesn't half come out with some fucking bollocks. I swear to God. And when Klopp was shown on the TV, yeah, just a nightmare.
They said to him, "Oh, this must be your ideal ground, this Dion. The football going on and all them houses around the edge." And he said, "Yeah." I bet all them we've got stairs leading up to the bedrooms, haven't they? Oh, love it.
Honest to God.
That was class.
You know what? I'm changing my nomination. I'm going to fucking nominate the BBC team who covered that game because did you hear Lineker at the end as well? He goes, the final score, Mourinho 5. I was like, you fuck off.
Oh.
Always tries to get him in, doesn't he?
Fuck right.
Pun. Yeah, but you like puns, so you should like that.
I know, but that's grim.
Now, I like puns when I come up with them, but when some other cunt comes up with them, it just sounds stupid.
I'm sure it looked great on paper, but speaking it, it's just, nah, that's not the one.
Dying to where Josh is now.
Oh,
finish it off, mate.
You know what? I sort of forgot about that dickhead with the Klopp cutout, and I think that's a fucking great shout, that, because I was watching him thinking, what a dick. Yeah. What an absolute... So, what I said was, dickhead of the week, or top shagger of the week, Benjamin Mendy for shipping over a Greek bird. What we say. Yes. Fair play to him. But we're all getting pissed off with the rules now, lad. So fucking keep indoors. Well, he probably was indoors, wasn't he? It's just...
Didn't he say... She said to him, apparently, oh, we're supposed to be on lockdown. And he was like, don't worry. No one will find out we'll be indoors or something like that.
No, and then she fucking took a selfie in the car with him.
Yeah.
If that's like the third or fourth time he sort of broke the rule.
Yeah.
No fucks given.
Do you not remember when he was supposedly injured and Pep didn't even know he was in Hong Kong?
Yeah. He tweeted about it.
Yeah. And the report was like, oh yeah, he's in Hong Kong, and Pep was literally in an interview like, oh well, this is news
press
to me.
conference, they told them, didn't they?
It's the fact he turned around to that bird and said, oh no, don't worry, no one will ever find out. Lad, about 3 days before that, we found out that you asked an Asian by text message to send someone with a big booty. If we can find that out, we'll find out you've got a green bird over the house. Don't worry about it, mate.
Imagine that. Imagine picking out a bird that you like on Instagram and then just saying, I'll fly you to mine.
Sounds like a good Saturday night.
Yeah, but expensive.
I can't be asked for the effort, mate.
Expensive.
Yeah, but that for him is like a 20 quid Uber for us.
Yeah, I still wouldn't pay that.
No, I wouldn't either. I couldn't be asked. I'd have a wank and just go to bed.
But this is the thing, like, how long is a flight from Greece? Like 5 hours? You
4 hours, 4.5 hours.
You got to go through checkout. Let's say you bring on carry-on. Yeah, fair enough, right? You get through all the customs line and the rest of it. That's like 5-6 hours to get to the house. Just have a wank and go to bed, mate.
He only paid one way.
Yeah, off you go.
He's definitely not had that post-nut clarity, did he?
Well, he might have done, and then he's thinking,
just something. If we've got female listeners that don't just ever understand.
Listen, if there's such a thing as post-nut clarity, yeah, I don't think Benjamin Wendy's ever had a wank.
No.
Fucking hell, some of the daft shit he's done. Him and Kyle Walker. Is it like a fullback thing at City?
Oh.
What's going on?
Can you imagine if Balotelli
they're idiots. What?
Imagine if Balotelli was still there.
Oh, Christ.
It was them two. Fucking hell. I actually want that just for the content.
You'll be good. In Balotelli playing in like the Italian third league now.
He's in the second division with Kevin Prince Boateng.
Yeah, but aren't they playing for some team that are like rich? They've got millions and millions.
Brescia he went to, wasn't
Brescia, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Italian for breast?
Hey, talking of that, the 4M1T France special game was on the other day. Do you see it? Nice and Brest played each other.
We should have tweeted that. We should have tweeted that 100%.
It was unfortunate because it was the wrong way around. It was Brest at home.
I'd have still tweeted it. Just get Collins to tweet that every time the fixture comes up, please.
Yeah.
And nonce.
Yeah, get it in your diary.
If anyone's interested, Brest won 2-0.
Of course.
Nice.
Nice.
No.
Deece.
Do you know the best thing is? I said nice, and I didn't even realise I'd made the joke at first. I was like, oh, shit.
Just a Brest and was like, nice.
Well, at least Nice v Brest is better than Nice v Nantes.
Yeah.
Has
there not been a goal in United yet?
No, it's still no. I was just about to say it's getting a bit concerning for me.
I was going to say, I think one's coming. I think there's definitely one coming.
I was praying that one of you two were going to say yeah, and I've just not seen it yet. I'm just about kicking off the second half.
It does look like one might be coming. Yeah, I agree with Dale, but we're just looking like we can't break them down. Like final third, the ball's just not right every time.
We're just camping.
Plenty of time, 20 minutes.
Yeah, it'd be a 95th minute penalty.
Ollie time that.
Yeah.
Has he made a sub yet?
No, don't think so.
He does this,
He
doesn't
won't
he?
make one to make it.
He takes far too long.
That's one of my major criticisms of him is his substitutions.
He takes far... Oh, here we go. I've got a notification. I told you it was coming, boys.
Is it?
Oh, I've got one as well.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Have you?
I don't know who scored it.
It must be literally
Pogba.
like... Pogba? He's in the middle of the
Pogba?
pitch for me.
Mate, Pogba's just been clattered on.
Oh, he's coming from the edge of the box. Here he comes. What a goal. What a goal.
I'm about a minute behind.
Yeah, I know.
You dirty boy, Pogba. You Dirty, dirty boy. What a goal that is. That should have been better from the keeper, that.
I've talked about Nantes a minute ago, and you're saying dirty boy.
Mate, that was filthy. That volley was filthy. Even if it was straight at the keeper, that volley was filthy.
Here we go. Oh. Finish.
Is that what you do in the bedroom? Here we go. Here we go.
That is a finish.
Great.
And it announces the finish as well.
And it's 1-0.
Pogba!
I'd say just be worried when he screams Pogba.
Listen, keepers.
Oh, it's a deflection. Don't give a fuck.
Here we go. Here we go.
I saw
Top of the league.
It's a deflection and it's gone through. He's still nutmegged the keeper. That's poor from the keeper. That sorry.
Oh, great goal!
Celebration.
Great goal!
One of the
great goal. Yeah, great goal.
Get it.
Can someone tell me what the fuck Pogba and by celebration?
I don't know. Let's just not talk about it.
Can we gloss over that?
Yeah.
Don't know. Don't care, boys. We're top of the league.
Yeah. Fuck me. I didn't think that was coming.
Oh, fucker.
Still got 20 minutes to defend it now.
The good thing is Burnley are going to play into our hands now because we are the ultimate fucking counter-attacking team. They've got to come out.
I don't think they will. I think they'll just take the 1-0 loss.
That's why Burnley pissed me off. Like Burnley are quite.
They've got no ambition. They don't care. If they can take points off United at home, they'll do it. But as soon as they go 1-0 down, that's it. They're not asked. Touch wood a million times in case they fucking equalise.
Yeah. Well, have you just seen
this is the same Burnley team that beat us 2-0 last year.
Yeah, but that was an off day for us.
No, it wasn't. It was an off season until Bruno Fernandes turned up.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Even that annoys me. Like, why didn't we just sign him in the summer?
I know.
Like, for fuck's sake.
Well, they said this today.
Meanwhile, we're bringing the charge now.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but lads, have you all got a drink?
Yeah.
Two fingers.
I'm not doing it.
I was listening to TalkSport today. And they were going on. They were going on about us being a one-man team. But isn't everyone a one-man team? Really? Every team.
I always say this.
Fucking get in! Go on, you toppies! Get the fucking! What a goal! What a goal! Fucking get in! Unlucky Wolves get stuffed. What a fucking header that was! Get in! Get in, coming! Come on, then, toppies!
Oh, I had fucking Wolves to win, didn't I?
Is that Michael Keane?
I don't give a shite. It's a fucking bullet header. Could have been anyone.
It
is Michael Keane. At the back post, that is. What a ball as well. Get in. What a header.
Gerald.
Patricio. And I rate Raul Patricio, but he's fucking nowhere near that. It's that good. Get in. We need this. We need this after that shite West Ham result.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shock, that.
I tell you what.
Came at the
I
wrong
thought you were going to pick.
Complete wrong time.
I tell you what was a shout result for Collins was Hughes winning in the FA Cup, but in extra time.
Yeah. The third minute.
Do you know what, mate? We've already glossed over this when we had the FA Cup talk, and I got away unscathed, and you just had to fucking bring it back around, didn't you?
Of course I did, because you got away with it.
Let's have a good discussion about it now. Should we just tell our listeners what Collins went and did?
Do you know what? It doesn't matter because Sheffield United won their first game of the season tonight. They're going to go on a run. They're going to fucking finish above Leeds. You're going to give me 20 fucking quid, and I'm going to love it. I'm going to love it when Sheffield United beat Leeds. Fucking love it, mate.
I would love it if they beat Leeds.
Hey, Josh, have you still got your bet with Ian about who finishes higher? Or is it him and your dad that have it?
I stopped doing it because I was getting fed up with taking his 20 quid every year.
Hang on, I don't know.
Your dad's not got tired of taking it off.
I've got something to bring up here. What do you mean you got fed up with taking his 20 quid?
I just felt harsh on him. It was like taking candy from a baby, you know?
Yeah, it's called being
Best
Sky
kind of
Bet.
transaction.
I already know what the bet is before I ask you, but I'm going to ask you anyway, just so I can have confirmation. Tell me Ian's not been betting you every season that Newcastle are going to finish above Everton.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.